this was supposed to be doing it the other way, but I guess I'm gonna just do it this way. All right, so welcome back here. I am Reminiscent. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Please be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe before you go. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live and when I have a new reading posted. All right, so I am Reminiscent. I am the High Priestess Reminiscent. I have the power to manifest all of my desires in alignment with my divine assignment for the greatest good of all. So be it. All right, this week, what I've looked over this week, what I was able to find this week, I did do like a general sum of the week, astrologically speaking. We're going to have Sun and Mars together, the Sun and Mercury together, a Pisces stellium still. Venus is shifting into Aries tomorrow. Jupiter is going station direct tomorrow on the 4th. The moon in Aries right now today, and then it's going to shift through the week into Cancer, where we're going to have um, our quarter square moon. Or we already had the quarter square moon. I'm sorry, because right after that is on the going into the following next week. Next week we're going to have the full moon in Leo on the 12th. All right, so Monday today, lots of clarity when it comes to the future self or relationships. Tuesday, we are going to be reviewing some obstacles, shifting to new self-care. Venus is moving into Aries. That's raw, untamed beauty. All right, there's going to be a lot of focus on building the dream. 4 of Wands, Venus in Aries. Wednesday, quarter square moon, memory intact or in action. The moon will be in Taurus. So this is us being able to have illusions of wealth where we may need to go or stop our desire to improve. We may be questioning that. There may be some caution when it comes to money or values being offered. This is an opportunity for us to awaken with the sun and moon conjuncting in Uranus, Taurus, with you, the moon conjuncting with Uranus and Taurus. All right, Thursday, hidden information soon to be revealed when it comes to the genesis of depression or any mental illnesses that may come up, may be linked to obsessions. We need to really check to see if we have healthy or unhealthy obsessions. We need to release that energy into art and invest in arts or review what we have been investing our money, time, and energy into. Friday, I have Hermitage or Hermitage, but it's definitely giving hermit mode for Freya Day. I got down here, Lotus opens for many. So a lot of people may come into a lot of awakening moments on Friday that actually create some type of peace and harmony for them. Saturday, I got fake news 801, harmony between major groups of people. Okay. Art equals New Earth Initiative, which will increase the market value or money. All right. Sunday, there's going to be news about the future for families or home or land that will be deceptive. So focus on the value of self, establish a routine to remove deception and delusions. All right. So to get deeper into this, hello. Um, Starting out today's energy, we got the Sun in Aquarius, Mercury and Pluto all conjuncting, coming together. We use fire to destroy blockages and create self-expression with the moon transiting Aries, and it's in a crescent moon shape. So it shapes like the sickle where you remove things like Saturn. It cuts things out, cuts the wheat. The moon is going to conjunct with Chiron, which is the only fire we have right now until the moon goes full in Leo on the 12th. So make use of this Aries moon as much as you can, because there's not going to be a lot of fire until fixed sign Leo comes in next week. So Saturn, Neptune, Venus, North Node, all in Pisces, washing away a lot of karmic um ways we may look at situations and people. And Pisces has a lot to do with illusion. So a lot of the washing away that's being done is washing away. I'm getting washing away sins, but it's like you're washing away old connections, old karmic connections, so you can make new emotional connections going into this new era. With Venus and Neptune and North Node all conjuncting between 28 and 29 degree Pisces. This is a new start. 28 breaks down to a 10, which is completion, instant manifestation, and then a 29 is a master degree. So we're mastering ourselves, new start and mastery of love. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Okay, so it does its best in Pisces because there are no boundaries when it comes to love, compassion, kindness. Mercury and Jupiter trine together, making an air trine. This is communication, being able to relate. Mercury is Gemini's ruler, which is where Jupiter is in right now. So it's very important that we pay attention to commerce worldwide, where money is going, where money is flowing, where they're trying to hide money or stop money. With Mars and Saturn, it's like the stop go thing with the water trine. All right, there's a flow of currency that everyone needs to be paying attention to, especially when it comes to like solar panels or anything that is like using nature to generate electricity. That's going to be big for money or currency in the near future. So, in anything that having to do with water creating electricity is something we need to be looking into. Using caution, also traveling by water in or over water at this time with Saturn and Mars in a trine. Saturn is usually a stopping or checkpoint energy, where Mars just likes to go. But when Mars is in Cancer, where it's very shifty and it can be very emotionally unstable, and Saturn in Pisces, where Pisces has no boundaries, and that can create some caution there. So be very careful if you're traveling in wet weather or through water. Now, the square with the moon and Chiron conjunction with this Mars and Cancer, this is where we may have a challenge going into this week, where there may be a need to reverse some energy that may have been inflamed during this Mars and Cancer. So basically, whatever this Mars and Cancer has been kind of like irritating your soul with, or making you feel like you're standing on shaky ground, this is the perfect time during this moon Chiron conjunction in Aries to challenge yourself to look at the internal conflict that you're having, that you're feeling like you're going against your past patterns. It's a good thing, but it can require a little bit energy, which is why we have this Aries energy here to help us fight through past patterns so we can move on and continue to create inspired action, have new emotions, and receive new intuitive guidance. With the moon opposing Lilith and Libra at 24 degrees, this creates a balance between our freedom with self and relationship, and being aware of what path you're choosing based on who you're choosing to have in your life. All right. Now, me personally, I even got one of those just earlier today. I was just thinking like how I wanted to be in a connection or a specific union, like really, really bad in the past. But now I'm at a point where it's like, if it's not how I want it to be, I really don't care. It used to be something of serious importance to me, but now I just don't care anymore. It's other things that anchor me more than wanting to be in a partnership with somebody else. What anchors me now is about what inspires me, what keeps me going, what like inspires me to create what I'm creating. All that is way more important to me than being in a relationship with somebody. And if that relationship happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't control me or manipulate me anymore. All right. So a lot of people could be coming to that type of realization or awakening as well. So going into Mars Day, which is Tuesday, we have the moon going into Taurus. It's going to square Pluto right off the bat. So this could be some afflictions when it comes to self-esteem, self-worth, Five of Pentacles energy, overcoming obstacles with money, materialism, laziness. Venus is in shadow, okay, because it will stop in Pisces. even though it is transitioning into Aries or ingressing into Aries, where it's going to sextile Pluto Aquarius. So we're going to be aware of the shifts in self-love that we're going to have. That's going to help us to create some adventure in our lives where we can start to do things because we're shedding old belief systems with Pluto, okay, being here. Now, with a quarter moon at 16 degrees Taurus, which is a Cancer degree, this could invoke some memories. And the quarter square, the first quarter square, usually this is when we're having a sprout during our moon cycle. There's a sprout in energy. So the sprout in energy could be created through some type of memory that is being invoked in us. And then the moon is going to square Mercury at 13 degrees or just before the quarter square goes exact. So there might be some type of communication that we can have that may cloud us with emotions or certain illusions that we may dislike. And with that memory being invoked, this will give us the ability to either continue to draw on the negativity of emotions that we don't want, or use the negative emotions to dream about things that we do want. This is a great opportunity for alchemy. Moving into Mercury Day or Woden's Day, we have a square exact with the sun and the moon. Saturn and Mars are within the 2-degree orb trining. So again, caution with waterways and caution with the stock market, how money is being exchanged, looking into natural ways of conducting electricity. The moon Taurus, this is values will be shown to why to proceed with caution. Okay. It will let us know why we need to proceed with cautions again because we have memories being invoked during the square. So with the moon Mars sextile at 19 degrees, there's going to be harmony with with how we do emotions and molding our reality with those harmonious emotions. And then, like I was saying before, we have that moon Uranus conjunction in Taurus, where we have that awakening, where we start to put things together and we know why we had to proceed with cautions on certain things and why our memory was invoked with certain emotions at a specific time, regardless if they're satisfactory or not. This is about us maintaining the dream that we're building, okay? Because Taurus is putting one foot in front of the other and continue to move forward with the identity that we chose during Aries. So moving into Thursday, we have the North Node of Neptune conjuncting Aries is still Venus in Aries is still close by at 1 degrees. But the last degree of Pisces is a critical degree that has to do with a mental health crisis. So someone of major importance could be reporting that they have issues with their mental illness, or there may be an event that take place where a group of people are indicating that they're having issues with their mental illness as well, with Pluto and Aquarius. And this has a lot to do with people feeling stressed, not releasing themselves from the material world or their physical realities, and creating unnecessary blockages out of fear. Because that depression is usually um, all having to do with not being able to detach crown chakra. Okay, when you're unable to detach from your reality, you don't want to let things go. You have fear that if you let something or someone or a situation go, that your whole life is going to come to ruin. So you never want to let that go. Like playing Jenga, like you're scared to pull that block out because you're afraid of the whole tower falling, when in fact, the universe, God, your ancestors, or your higher self wants you to pull that, and you know they do, and you're resisting, the tower is still going to happen whether you do it or not. So it's best that you learn from the experience by putting yourself in a driver's seat than allowing someone else to pull that tower moment for you, or you feel like someone else is pulling the rug up under you, because in the physical reality it will play out as if someone is doing something to you that already was destined to be done anyway. So that's just how it is. With the moon being in Gemini, is going to trine over to Pluto 2 degrees. This is the time to dead any gossiping. Um, a lot of secret conversations about building infrastructures or whistleblower activity can definitely come to the light as well. Saturn will be closer to Mars. So again, very much caution when it comes to anything having to do with overseas at this time. Venus and Pluto will sextile. So that's opportunity for us to obsess or something creative, getting more deeper into art and avoiding obsession or bad vices and negative people and their connection to physical things. Okay. Art lasts longer. So it's best to obsess over art, creating art and selling art, sharing art than people. Okay. At 18 degrees, the Virgo degree is where Saturn is. So a lot of people might, which is why, okay, it makes sense why I wrote this down because on Freya's Day, Friday, there may be a need for people to want to hermit or be more closed into their natural energies. I got Sun, Saturn, and Mars all sending 18 degrees. So you may be asking yourself, or someone may be asking on behalf of collective, how long someone stays in hermitage or how long they stay fixated on a project. And let's just get into the Hermit's card because in the Hermit card, they're holding the star in the Rider-Waite Tarot in a little, like a lamp. It's a star within it, but it's shining so bright. And it's like they're using that star power, that light power, that cosmic energy to see in areas that they normally cannot see. But that's only because their focus is only on that. It's not on everything else, which is why it's dark all the way around. So this going into the 7th on Freya's day, we have the moon and Jupiter conjuncting in Gemini, us finally learning some type of lesson that we may have been struggling with during Jupiter's stationing to go direct on the 4th. The Sun and Mercury are going to conjunct, so this is us being able to realize things yet again, us having ultimate clarity, high intuition, you know, having more synchronicities, but we're the ones that's controlling the synchronicities. The synchronicities don't just happen. It's because we're putting energy out there, and then the universe is confirming for us that that's what we want by using synchronicities. So Saturn and Mars are going to be exactly 18 in a water trine, us feeling extremely spiritual connections, blossoming, bringing more relief when we surrender to our faith or our higher God power while we're in hermit mode or while we're waiting for things to shift and change, while we're working on a project, while we're Eight of Pentacles going to work on the things that we've been assigned to do. There's going to be a lot of relief coming, but also caution with the water. Caution with water, and or make sure you drink plenty of water during this time. All right. Saturn's day on the 8th, we have Moon square the Pisces stellium between the 20 and 29 degree Pisces. Okay, because the moon will be in Jupiter. So I wrote down tabloid news. 80% of the news going out Friday into Saturday is going to be fake. 20% of that will actually be real. It's up to your intuition to decide what is real and what's fake, because what's happening worldwide is also happening in your personal life. So how you view things personally can give you a glimpse into intuitively what is being, you know, diluted in the mainstream media. So we have Sun and Mercury conjuncting at 19 degrees Aquarius. So they're going to be a harmonious need for major groups of people to come together on when it comes to home, land, and family. All right, the moon is going to square Venus. This is a cardinal square, so this is initiation. So the whatever fight or storyline that's being told in the media, going into this weekend, majority of it is going to be bullshit. Okay, just straight up saying majority of it is going to be bullshit. So use your intuitive guidance. Don't just jump into a narrative that was already posted for you to believe in the mainstream media news this weekend. 90, I put 80, but I'm saying 90, maybe 90% of what they're going to be saying is going to be complete bullshit. Okay, there's going to be a major group of people that is going to be fighting when it comes to land, home ownership. There's going to be a warring over what's right and what's wrong when it comes to family and land and sticking together. And groups of people are going to choose to stick together. Intuitively, they know that there's a difference in values, and they're going to use that difference in values on mainstream media to tear people apart and create separation between us. But this is also opportunity for the groups of people to initiate a new way of settling disputes and creating harmony within other groups, because everyone is going to be suffering the same fate or have suffered somewhat of the same fate. All right. So there's going to be a new start with starting becoming aware of new things, competitive values, which we'll understand later when Venus goes retrograde. But there's going to be an increase in market value when it comes to land. So if you don't have a home or you don't own land, don't worry. Your opportunity will be coming soon. Just keep paying attention. Okay. Don't look where they tell you to look. Look where they're telling you to look away from. All right. That might be a sign for somebody who pay attention to the mainstream media news. So again, the conjunction with the sun and Mercury, 20 degrees Aquarius. This is a Scorpio degree. So we're going to be very good at detecting secrets and lies that have been created. And there might be some banking or money system exposure. Real estate may be exposed. There may be a lot of information that is being scattered when it comes to the banking system and land ownership and real estate that has been hidden for almost the last 20 years that is coming to light. And this could definitely do a lot of damage for major big business companies, but it's going to be on positive for the everyday working guy and gal. So please pay attention. All right. And going into the ninth on Sunday, we have again the Sun and Mercury still together, but we have Saturn and Mars with the moon in Cancer, and then the North Node with Neptune in Pisces. So and I said, yeah, for the future, coming the message about family and home is being deceptive. Like and I feel like, especially now with everything going on in the news, it's like they're trying to create this divide between who belongs where and who belongs what. In the ancient times, they never believed in land ownership. They just believed in this is where we at and this is where y'all at. Okay. And that was it. There was never, borders or things like that. They never believed in separation for real. They just believed in this is where we are, this is where you are, this is where the animals are. We share, we take care of the land, we toil the land, because the land helps create us and therefore we give back to the land. Nowadays, that mentality is on the verge of returning, but it's not going to be 100% matriarchal, and it's not going to be 100% patriarchal either. It's going to be 50-50. There's going to have to be a balance. So people need to get with the program and stop hating on one sex or gender over the other, and instead accept the fact that you are both, and you were both, and you will always be both. Everyone starts out being a woman, and then if you have the genetic makeup to be a man or a male, then that's what you become. All right. So we have to tap back into our nature better in order to understand the lies and the deceptions that are going to be told to us through the media, because we need our intuitive guidance system to let us know, like, hey, something is off about that message. Okay. Those who have absolutely no antennas working or on at all, maybe because they had their melanocytes ripped out of them or destroyed within them, but those who are not able to use their antennas correctively have been completely brainwashed and completely given up on their ability to tap into their supernatural humanistic powers, or, you know, they question it, but they don't know what to question. They don't know where they don't know where the answer. They don't know how to seek the answers, and that's what people like me and other people come into the picture. Where we keep posting on Instagram, we keep posting on social media, we keep talking to people randomly. And at first, we thought this was all about Jesus and all that stuff, and it's like, no, it's not about none of that stuff. All of this has ever been about is returning back to the oneness of nature. And when people start returning back to the oneness of nature, then a lot of things that we question will start to make sense why we question it, because it's unnatural. And technology is a part of nature, but it's a part of humans' nature, because it's the technology that we hold within our bodies. We're able to take that and turn it into a nature of something else. We're able to study the nature of Mother Nature and take it from there and turn it into something else. That's what we were made to do. We were made to do things like that. But when you're doing that at the point where you are removing millions of lives for the purpose of power and manipulation that you really don't truly have to do, because you don't. Those energies are going to lie, or going to manipulate, or going to fixate and fake fluff the storylines, because part of the millions that are being wiped out, most of the millions of people who are wiped out, they get them in the mind first, and that's how it's always been, and it's been even more so since the 40s and 50s, because they already knew that our generation and generations after us were coming. So they had to put a great big spell casting through broadcasting over the minds of those generations before us. So they will be the ones, our families will be the ones to fight us on the truth that we already know innately to be what it is, because we were born with the DNA of coming here and destroying all the BS and the fake, you know, and the fake. All right. So that was actually my complete rundown of the weekly astrology. At this point, I'm about 26 minutes in. I'm gonna wrap it here. Um I did think about pulling any cards for the week, but I think I'm gonna just leave it here just with the astrology. Um I just heard, no, pull some cards. Okay. So should I pull? I'm gonna pull from here. You enjoying your cereal, boo boo? All right. So let's get into it. All right. So um let's just get some cards for what storyline do we have for this week. Because it's like a new initiative is being started where art is going to be more important. And they used to make it seem like art wasn't that important. Art was like, if you went to study art or some form of art in college, it was like, oh, you're not going to make no money. But it's like, why would you tell someone that? Like, why are you trying to? And it's not like it wasn't always factually true. It's like when it comes to art, it's subjective. So not everyone is going to feel it. Not everyone is going to feel like it's a necessity versus, a grocery store or a laundromat or something like that. But now we're at the point where art is so significant that if you're not creating something, whether content or music or movie, TV show or clothing, like you have to get into art right now, because it's going to be that's what that textiles too, when it comes to the world market. It's time to create. It's because the art is going to be super, super important when it comes to market value. So what messages do we have for this week? What messages do we have for this week? We got the 8 of Wands. Why the 8 of Wands? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. It's both Sagittarius energy. So there's protection here, but there's definitely some channeled messages. Like there's a force pushing something to spin or to move. Seven of Pentacles, I did say too, with the moon going into Taurus, to be careful with, you want to see why you, or if you feel the need to bargain shop or to hold off on spending money on certain things. Eventually, you're going to find out why that was important, because there's some type of, again, investment that has to be made when it comes to art or creativity. A lot of people are going to be guided to and then that's one thing too, that everyone has like a book or something in this picture. Like everyone has a task. Everyone has a task to do. If people are going to start to wake up and realize with this Taurus energy that you know, I feel my best when I'm doing this. I feel my best when I look like this. I feel my best when I'm expressing myself in a way that I've been waiting to do for a very long time. And it's like all of a sudden now you feel like it's the right time to go and do it. And you're going to expand, you're going to grow. All right. The King of Wands is an entrepreneur, it's an enterprise energy. He's expansive as well as attractive. Okay. Anything else we need to know about this week? We got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So someone is not getting an offer. They don't know what decision to make. So, of course, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what makes you happy, then you're gonna be stuck in limbo. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck in limbo. All right, and the Three of Cups that's down here, it's like something that's already been given to you, but you get the opportunity to be given one more, but you can't even see it. So if you can't see that, then you won't understand why you already have these three in front of you, and it was because this fourth one was going to come and make the whole thing make sense. But in the reverse, it's like you're not even paying attention. You're not paying attention to what makes you happy or what lights you up. You're gonna miss the boat, which is what I was saying before. On Thursday, hidden information being revealed, and it'll reveal your obsessions as to why people are depressive or why you have depressive episodes and what's healthy and what's unhealthy. One more thing, and then these two come out together. The Seven of Swords in reverse with the Six of Wands. So yeah, there's opportunities to overcome this shit this week. The bullshit of betrayal. It's like you walking away from a whole, King of Cups. All right, this is being emotionally intelligent, having control over your emotions, being wise, being tuned in and tapped in. This also could be a spiritual guidance that is directing you with the Eight of Wands coming straight out the gate. This force is pushing you to grow and to expand, and you keep wondering, right, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right? And it's like, yes, it's the right thing to do. Even with all these reversals, you still come out successful with the Six of Wands. Everything is going to be good. Like you're going to go where everybody knows your name. Cheers, right? So it's like during this whole period of time, you questioning whether this is the right situation, whether this is the right move to make, whether this is the right person to be with, whether this is and you already know, but you already know. The only thing that you are questioning about what you know is if it's real or not, because you only see three of the four cups in your physical reality. You haven't seen the fourth cup yet. Don't worry. Don't worry. Somebody, don't worry. All right. At the bottom, under the King of Cups, you got the Emperor with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like someone is almost ready to give up because they don't see what they know to be true yet. And then it's like, is it Gemini energy, right? With the Eight of Swords, the Gemini energy and the Death card. It's like you kind of tired of telling yourself that things will work out or something will be okay. You know what I'm saying? You're tired of going, back and forth, wondering if someone do they see your worth, or are they just playing games with you? Are they actually going to speak with you, or are they just playing games because you can't physically, literally can't take it anymore? And then there's this new energy that comes through and opens up and balance, and everything balances itself out. This spiritually relief, emotional relief. Okay, and then you got the Ten of Pentacles. Like it's like something that's, there's finally some type of communication that's been built up over all this. It's like so much going on that you don't even know. With this other person that you could be working with, or the situation where you only see 3 of the 4 cups. There's so much in that 4th cup that you don't know and don't have yet, but you sense that it's there, but you can't see it yet. When it comes, you're gonna see why this person or this offer took so long. You're gonna see what took it so long, and you be able to make peace with the situation. Okay, there might be an exchange of apologies on both ends, but yeah, there's going to be a contract involved here, some type of collaboration that'll finally be able to take place. The Tower doesn't seem bad. It actually seems very enlightening with the Hangman and the Sun card. So not only are you get to see things differently from another point of view, you also get to see things that were once hidden. That 4th cup that you did not see before becomes obvious now, and you start to respect spirit. You start to respect the spiritual realm even more. You give more grace and more gratitude to the spiritual life, the unseen realm, because they already told your ass. But you just have to be patient, you know. And the 7 of Pentacles is about being patient and waiting for things to grow. Okay, it is about being patient and waiting for things to go, because you're the manifester, the creator of your manifestation. You're the creator of your realm of reality. You're the one that's in control. Okay, and this is the counterpart to the High Priestess, is the Hierophant. All right, and we're going to leave it there. Ace of Pentacles coming your way. New life, new money, new materials is coming your way this week if you're open to receiving it. Again, this week, should you find yourself obsessing over something, create something. If you find yourself wanting to give into bad vices that you've been trying to put yourself away from, do something creative, create something, get into art. Okay, even if it's painting, drawing, some type of art this week. If you find yourself feeling weighed down and your mind is just too much to handle, go create something, go write something, draw something, paint something, do something creative with your mind, your hands. Gemini is in Jupiter. It will be stationing direct tomorrow. That's going to be a heavy energy being lifted. So ground yourself, find peace, and create. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, I've been into astrology for since 2010. Really, I could officially say since 2010. And I've been learning about tarot since 2016 in correlation with, because it's a trifecta: astrology, tarot, numerology. They all go together. Okay, being raised in a very strict religious household enabled me to already understand and learn some of the terminology that was used between numerology and astrology that was not taught in a typical Christian church. But because of how I was taught spirituality, I was able to catch on to all things esoteric very swiftly, because they all go together. All right, so I'm at 38 minutes. Thank you everyone who participated in this live, who came during the live, and those who come after. This week is a very bountiful week to be with yourself. So find your space, find your quiet space, find your meditative space, find your art form, your art medium, and dig deep into your bag this week. Even if it's making a TikTok video, making reels on Instagram, whatever you create, now is the week to get in your creative bag, because there's going to be a ton of tricks and a ton of ideas that come your way. And you might be wondering, is this going to hit? Is this going to work? Is this going to? It is. It's going to hit. But you got to do it in order for it to be caught. You know what I'm saying? You got to fish in order to catch a fish. All right. And that's my cue. Peace.